Today on the Urban Parliament, we'll be looking at something at the subnational that has been there in the news for some time, especially since this administration took power, the administration of Governor Peter Ndubi Simba. We did hear of the flag off of the construction of the new Enugu City sometime in October of 2023. The governor's vision is to build a new city that would be the premier destination for investment, business, living. Says it would compete with the likes of Dubai in the state Enugu. The new Enugu City, which is a city that is planned to sit on 10,000 hectares of land off the Enugu Road and traverses Enugu East, Enugu North, and Enugu South, and in Kano West local government areas. It's a vision that I believe was conceived before this administration. We look back at the reports, the Sullivan administration already began the process of acquiring the lands meant for the construction of the new Enugu City. And the governor, Peter Ndubi Simba, did sometime in October of 2023 flag off the construction of the 17-kilometer road, feeder roads, and other infrastructure, which he said would mark the beginning of the construction of the new Enugu City, in keeping with his campaign promise to make the state the premier destination for investment, business, living, and tourism. At the ceremony then in October of 2023, the governor said that the first phase of the project, which covers 26 square kilometers, will be delivered in 24 months. Determination to restore Enugu's lost glory and reposition it as one of the top 3 states in Nigeria. The new city was awarded to the China Communication Construction Company, CCCC, and said would rub shoulders with the great cities of the world. The governor did call on the state and the host communities to work with the government and contractors to deliver at some point, talk about 1,000 hectares first for development. And there were some sort of protests by the host communities. I saw community leaders, landlords in the Nchatancha area demonstrate in 2023 and 2024. I believe February of 2024, that's when the demolitions officially started to make way for the construction of that city. We saw demonstrations by some landlords who even had in the news of burning of bulldozers that were meant to clear the area for the construction to begin in earnest, which the state government did. At that time, visit the affected landlords and tried to, understand what their concerns were. At that time, February of 2024, I know we had the SSG explain what had happened, said that what they discovered was that a few community members, in noticing how bullish that the governor was in building the new Enugu City, embarked on selling the lands to unsuspecting individuals, knowing that those buyers and not them will now have to contend with the government when the development begins in earnest. But the SSG assured that the construction of this new city is going to create a veritable platform, because in the city there is going to be power projects, dedicated power plants. There's going to be central sewage, planning generally for the new city. And the government insisted that residents were notified years ago when the land acquisition began under the administration of Governor Sullivan Chime, that they were not, being forcefully ejected at that period in time. But there are a lot of concerns. In fact, what we are dealing with this morning are the concerns of some of the landlords who are affected by the demolitions that have happened in the new Enugu City, who the state government had, promised some sort of compensation and relocation. There was a committee that was constituted to look into this compensation and relocation. A lot of letters that I've seen written to that committee, headed by the SSG himself, with regards to this compensation and relocation. Landlords saying that they've been without houses, they've been forced to literally find any shelter that they can, since their properties were demolished, and those who were business owners whose businesses were affected by the demolition, writing the governor. About 281 properties were affected in the demolitions that were carried out in 2024. So the landlords at Nchatancha and Enugu billing for relocation and compensation after demolition. These displaced landlords of the new Enugu Smart City sites are calling on the government to relocate and compensate them, especially as they have said that they have submitted a lot of documentation and papers with regards to ownership of those properties. We would understand what their concerns are, and the appeal to the state government is through the conversation today. So join us promises to be an interesting one.
To discuss the nitty-gritty of this, we are being joined by two gentlemen. We have Mr. Marvin Obinna and Mr. Chika. They are representatives of the displaced landlords at Nchatancha in Enugu East local government area. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Marvin and Mr. Bright. Mr. Marvin, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
We want to understand first off, how this demolition thing was, how it happened in the first place, when it happened. Also, I want to confirm from you, because the reports say February of 2024. Am I correct?
Yes, February 27, 2024.
Okay. All right. And the state government said notices were given to the landlords before this.
They gave us notice, 24 hours notice.
Okay.
To remove all our properties. So they just came, pasted the notice on our gates. If you see the notice, it just looked like something that somebody just went to Cyber Cafe and just printed just that way. No stamp, no nothing. Even at a point, we will begin to suspect maybe it is land grabbers. You understand? But based on due investigation, we discovered that it was the Enugu State Government, that the governor ordered the demolition of those properties. And the executioner there was Engineer Gerardo Otoji. He was then the commissioner for works.
Okay.
You understand? So after the notice, before they pasted that notice, they wrote on the buildings, on the properties, X number. They gave property numbers to all the buildings there, both fenced, both constructed, both about to be constructed, everything that has to do with structure. They gave X numbers to mark your own particular structure, and that thing was being handled by the Enugu State Ministry of Lands. Then the property owners will stand beside the X numbers and they will take their pictures. So proper documentation before the demolition was done.
Okay.
You understand? Even the commissioner showed us a site, a land that they will relocate us to.
Which commissioner is that?
Yes, Engineer Otuji.
Okay.
Gerard Otuji,
who was the commissioner for works then.
Okay.
Yeah. So even the relocation site was closed and it was okay. And the Minister of Lands there mounted beacons, over 500 beacons or more. You understand?
Where? At the relocation
At
site?
the relocation site.
Okay.
You understand? So we said, okay, there's no problem. So the commissioner went further to instruct that we should submit all our documents with the receipts. For example, Obinwanne Chago receipt, Igwe in council receipt, youth development receipt, Mburunjodo receipt, even the receipt of the purchase of the land. Both your survey plan and the power of attorney and deed of lease.
Okay.
We should submit it to the office of the SSG, Abuja building, at the government house.
Okay.
So we did all that. Every one of us submitted their documents to the SSG office, because what they said initially was first come, first serve. So then we waited on them to see what's going to happen after our houses, our properties has been demolished. Even our children Could you imagine myself when I come back and see my son? He will tell me, Daddy, when are we going back to our house? Can you imagine the pain? You understand? So,
Okay. So, what I wanted to understand is when the notice of demolition was issued to the landlord, and you said it was a day before the demolition.
they issued the demolition, for example, today. The next morning, the demolition took place.
But the state government said that there were notices that had been given to the landlords before the administration.
No notice, no notice. The state government maybe was discussing with the villagers.
Okay.
The villagers.
Not the landlords.
Not the landlords.
Okay, so the community.
The community, yes.
Might have been given those notices.
Yes.
Beforehand.
There's a kind of a dialogue between the community and the government. We don't know anything about that.
Okay.
We don't know anything concerning that. Just towards close to the demolition site, when we saw the land, Ministry of Lands, they were busy giving notice of numbers, X numbers, 1, 2, 3, and so we began to ask questions. What is happening? That was 2024,
Okay.
around February. You understand now? So after then, the demolition took place. They showed us the relocation site.
Where is the relocation site?
The relocation site is a boundary between Nchatancha and Umode.
Okay.
You understand me? Still close to where the demolition site took place. Very close. They say they want to relocate all of us there so that we can stay together. So, and I made a request. I was asking them, how about compensation, physical cash? Are you going to give us lands and you will abandon us? Because when you check when those structures that was demolished was erected, the price of cement then was 1,900, 2,250 naira. It rose to 2,350 naira. Then 6 inches whole block was 110 naira. Times you get one at 100 naira. This called serving medicine then is just like 2,000 naira. And they do the thing by counting. That's 30 naira. You understand me? So I told the commissioner for works, Gerard Utuji, about it. He said, no, I should not worry. We should not worry. That the state government will take care of everything. That he will duly compensate us. I said, okay, no problem. And I told him that the price of cement now is 12,000 something, 10,000 something. This was last year. I was talking about this. This was last year.
This was after the demolition that you spoke with the commission?
No, before the demolition. Before the demolition. He said we shouldn't worry about that. We shouldn't worry about that. You understand me? That's the governor, Peter Ndubi Simba, will do the right thing.
Okay.
That is a principled man. That is a good father of Enugu State. That is not a wicked person. That is a good man. That he is going to take good care of us. You understand me? And give us adequate compensation.
In what situation did you interact with the commissioner for works? Was it when they came for the demolition or before? Did he meet with you landlords as a group?
No. Along the line, I met him along the line. I met him before the demolition. He was the one that told me, so they are coming for the demolition. And I should go and remove my property and tell others.
You have a personal relationship with him. Because I wanted to know if he met you before the demolition, it wouldn't be one day, No.
How it happened was I was discussing with someone and the person told me, see the commissioner here. So I went to him and I was pleading with him, sir, please, look at us. Look at our condition. Look at the prices of things. Then he now asked me, do you have any property there? I said, yes. He said, okay, that I should make sure I submit all my documents, first come, first serve. Even the one we downloaded in flash drive.
Okay.
Okay, that means you already heard of possible demolitions.
That was some few days.
I know there was a demonstration in October, right, of 2023. People who were
not
concerned.
October.
No, there was a certain demonstration sometime, not October, but still in
February 2024. 2024, February, before the demolition took place. Yes. The villagers, the community came out. They were demonstrating because of some of their empty lands in which they use in farming was inclusive. You understand me there? So in the contest, I discovered that during Sullivan's regime, they gave Sullivan lands. I mean, I can't remember the square meters they gave Sullivan. So that one, nobody came there, nobody touched it, nobody bought land, nobody invested there, nobody did anything. That place was a bushy area. You understand me? Okay. So the one the villagers sold was the one called Aneomona. That is the one the villagers sold to us. Aneomona.
Sold to you?
Yes, sold to us.
The landlords?
Yes.
Okay.
You understand me now? So that is just the small area. That is Miru Walker. That's the small area we developed.
Okay.
So they said that the villagers had land till the one called Onyoruberu. Even when the governor came to Nchatancha, other Igwes came. So the governor was telling them his vision, his ninth vision, and it was okay. It was a very good one. So, but the then vice chairman of the community told the governor there that please, you can take everything you want, but as from that Onyoruberu down to that Miruku boundary, just leave it for us. That's near Abanyomona. That if you take that one, that they don't have any property again. Even their children don't have anywhere to invest, don't have anywhere to buy land. You know, in Igbo land, Anobi. They don't have an Anobi they will give to their kids anymore. And some of them married like 2 or 3 wives. And in the villages, the communities. You understand me? So they told the governor, please, leave from Onyoruberu down for us. Take every other place you want. You understand me? Okay.
So you represent the about 281 property owners who had their properties demolished.
Yes.
And you guys have come together as a group and have been, trying to understand how you get
the attention, yes, our compensation, and the attention of the governor and the SAG.
And relocation.
And relocation.
Since February of 2024, when that demolition happened.
Yes.
You're saying you've submitted your document.
Yes, the whole document has been submitted.
The SSG is in charge of the committee.
He's the chairperson in charge of the committee of compensation.
Have your group met with the SSG since that time, since when the demolition happened?
When the demolition took place and after it happened, it's kind of a restriction for us to see the SSG.
Also.
Yes, when you come to the gate government house, when you mention the name Nchatancha, they will tell you, go back. You understand me now? So, but according to everything that was going on, when the mother of SSG died,
okay, go ahead.
When the mother died, we came together, raised some couple of on the money, and we said that we need to go and show appreciation, at least condolence. Mm-hmm. It's not that he's just a civil servant, an appointee to do his job. So he's not the governor and he's not a wicked man, so we have to go to him in appreciation to equally beg him to please listen to us and have mercy upon us. We went for the condolence and he said that he was very happy for us to come. We are the bereaved, but we came to see him. We came to beg him at his village to condole with him. So after
October and November of last year.
Yes. Okay. After then, nothing has been done. Nothing. It's just like we are abandoned people.
Well, how did you then submit your papers? Because
the gate was open.
If you were asked to submit
the gate was open.
Mm-hmm.
Once you come in, they will tell you, are you with your document? You say yes. They will allow you, give you tag, you fill in the register, you go straight to the office of the SSG, you submit your document, and they will check the document, see your receipt, see your the survey plan, and everything. They will collect it along with a flash drive. Okay. You understand me? Then they will tell you to do some update on a website they gave us.
Website? There's a website that was given to the downloads to upload your document.
So we did that. They gave kind of a waiver, open window for us to bring all the required documents. When that is being done, the window was closed, the door was closed.
Did they tell you people the amount of time it's going to take before the compensations begin? Because some reports say that at least in 1 year they were supposed to have relocated those who were affected by all of
no
these
time, no date. After the submission of the documents, no time, no date. They didn't say anything again. No communication again.
You submitted when, in February or
yeah,
March?
February. Some submitted in. No, they said first come first serve. So we rushed and submitted our own February. So those that traveled outside the country came back. They gave a kind of a window period for everybody to. So it's like the thing extended to March
2024.
Yes, but most of us did our own in February 2024. You understand me now? So after then till now, it is now 1 year and 7 months, nothing.
Okay, but the appeal you submitted started in June. From the documents you showed us, the appeal started in June 17, 2024. That's 4 months after the motion.
Yes.
What happened? Did you submit it to the right authorities, or were you restricted on it? How were you able to submit that appeal?
I submitted the appeal to the office of the SSG. See how it happened. I just told them at the gate, I have a memo for the SSG. They allowed me. So when I came there, one of the staffs came up from the office and said, what do you want? I said, I want to submit it. And they said, okay, can I see it? You know, that's first name, Nchatancha, across Mirokopa. He said, okay, no problem. He collected the letter, moved inside.
Collected the letter, it wasn't stamped?
Nothing.
Okay.
Moved inside. That was the time I discovered that they don't want to hear that name again, as in they just kind of abandoned us. But this year, things changed. Like this year, I brought in a letter, they received it, stamped it. This thing took place 26th of August.
That was last month.
2025.
Okay.
They collected it, stamped it, you know. And even I did it to the commissioner for housing. You know, the former commissioner for works was Gerard Etuji, but is now being located to another appointment in Portfolio as the honorable commissioner for housing. I gave him his own because he was aware of everything that is going on. So I gave him his own. It was stamped again and received. I said to myself, maybe God is now working.
Was there a reply? Was there a response?
Nothing. Everything. Nothing. After everything, nothing. No communication. Nothing. You understand me? But back in the days, heavy restriction. Last year, heavy restriction. You understand me now? Yeah. So since then till now, I will tell you that some of us, just 1 or 2 or 3, is gone. I mean, the elderly man, even the blind man, after retirement, he used the retirement benefit with the wife, bought a land there, built a house, he was living there with his kids. The man is blind. The man is now suffering from partial stroke. The man is now suffering from prostate cancer.
All right.
The man is in the village right now. He's talking to you.
All right. You know, the whole narration from the government is that these lands were acquired before this administration, first off, and that's one thing. The other thing is that the compensation will get to those who have the proper documents, right?
Those who have structures, those who have numbers. Because the Minister of Lands gave numbers to every structure.
Okay.
So
does the number mean that they have verified the title documents that these landlords have submitted? That's
no. The number is
the submission of the documents was supposed to help the government verify that these are people who were due process to acquire their properties. So
you write your number at the brown envelope of the submission.
Yeah.
And the Minister of Lands have your picture. They created an album.
Okay.
No, they have your picture.
Is it on that website?
No. They created the manual album. Okay. The manual album. You will stand beside your X number. They will snap you. They did that, not us. Minister of Land did that. They will snap you. So to have a physical evidence, so that tomorrow nobody will come and claim or manipulate or do any forgy or anything there. You know, everything was just properly gazetted. for adequate compensation, you understand me? So up till now, nothing has happened. And most of us are displaced. Most of us, our kids, no longer go to school. Even some have retired back to their villages. Many of them that have retired, they use their retirement benefits to build that house, to settle down, because their kids are still small. Because maybe when they started the government work, they started it at a younger age. So in the process, they got married, before you know it, the retirement came up. You understand me? So the money they gave them as retirement benefit, like gratuity or pension, they bought land there, built a house, and their kids were going to good schools at least. Imagine when you, after everything, you now relocated to the village without nothing.
All right.
All right, Mr. Right, we'll bring you up here now. From the letters that you showed us, some of these letters were addressed to the governor, some were addressed to the SSG, and then we also saw one addressed to the Commissioner for Housing at the time. Why that different address at the time? What happened?
Different address.
You said you were addressing your letters to the commissioner. You're addressing your letters to the SSG, but some of the ones you showed us here show that you're addressing some of them to the governor, some of them were addressed to the commissioner for housing and
Yes.
Why that method used?
Yes. Why I use that method is I have to notify the governor first, notify the SSG, the chairman of the compensation committee, and the general authority is a member of the compensation committee. He's a member. And he was there at the demolition site. He was there ordering the caterpillars, do this, do that, do this, do that. He was the one that showed us even the location site. You understand me now? Why the SAG was in his office, monitoring what was going on. Even the period of that demolition, the governor was not in Nigeria. The governor was in traveled to Britain, London. The governor was not in Enugu here. He traveled out when all these things took place. You understand me? So that is why I addressed the commissioner, I addressed the governor, I addressed to the SSG. Because these are the three people that I know.
All right. One thing I would also like to know is what you're appealing for now is that the government should have relocated these landlords to the new site
before
and
demolition
compensated at least 1 year, 7 months down the line. It was demolished in February of 2024.
Yes.
And it's now September of 2025 and no relocation has been
Nothing.
done. No compensation.
No compensation.
Not even one person has gotten compensation from
Nothing.
the government with regards to the properties that were demolished. And then no communication with regards to when you should anticipate compensation to come through. That's what you're saying. The compensation committee has not called the landlords for a meeting.
Nothing. Even to allocate lands first. Maybe they don't have money in the government house right now. At least you give them lands and tell them, okay, see these lands, this is your relocation site, hold on. Okay, mark your lands, and if you have money on your own, you can start something. Or if you don't have anything, but just hold on for us, we are going to give you money to back it up. At least it will show a positive sign.
Okay, and there's not been any list published to say these are those that have been verified to have the rights.
Nothing has been done from the government after collecting and supervising and doing everything we did with us and everything. An album was raised, everything since that last year till now, nothing.
Okay, then the new relocation site you talked about, since it's at Nchatancha and Enugu.
Yeah, a boundary between Enugu and Nchatancha.
Okay, have any of your members moved there? Or?
No.
Okay.
You don't have the authority from the governor or the SAG or there to move in there. So the place is just there. Grasses are growing there. Just empty, just abandoned place. Everything is just there. After the demolition, we thought the governor will start building or doing everything or building the new structure as he had with China or nothing is going on there.
Mr. Bright, let's get you in. You have a property at the said location. Was the property demolished too?
Yes, I have a property there.
And what kind of property was it that was demolished?
I have a building, a story building.
A story building.
Yes.
Were you living there already before the demolition?
Still on the
Construction
of the property. Those things started on 26th February 2024. When the construction was going on, one of the government official came in there and like, sir, what is going on? He said that she don't worry, that they will compensate us. I said, compensate us how? but I have not seen anywhere whereby you give someone a notice under a day, then the next day you start up a demolition. You not utter a word. You not say that I should stand in front of my building so that they will take a picture. They gave me X66.
Okay.
Likewise others. So they now took the picture. After everything, they left and went to another place, another building. That was how they did everything there. And that very day, now also told me that there is a place for relocation. So I now said, okay, that we should submit all our documents, that we should put everything inside a flash drive to the SNG office. I said, no problem. I did all my submission the next day after demolition. So after all said and done, up till now, as I'm talking to you, about 4 people have died. After this incident, 4 people have died. Some lost their child. So we are pleading on the governor. I myself voted Governor Peter Mba. He's a good man. You understand? So I'm pleading that he should come to our aid. We are suffering, and the price of things in Nigeria now, we all know about it. So we are pleading to the government.
You submitted your documents?
Yes, I submitted them
to the office of the SSG.
The office of the SSG. That was February 2024. Okay. I submitted my own a week after demolition to the SSG's office. So, and ever since then till now, I have not heard anything from the government. And last month, a group of people came to that the same Nchatancha, saying that they are from World Bank. A group of people. So because we have a group, those affected landlords, we have a group. So a group of people came saying that they're from World Bank. They came for compensation. So one of us in that group went there to know what is going on. So they now asked him to stand, that they came for compensation from World Bank, that he should hold the envelope so that we take a picture. So the man,
what's contained in the envelope? Is it
financial?
What is
that's what I'm saying. They came in form of they want to compensate us. I don't know who sent them up till now. So that I asked the man to stand and be holding the envelope so he take a picture. The man now said no, that he wants to see what is inside that envelope. Okay. They started dragging the envelope. Behold, when the man tore the envelope, it was 1,000 naira that is inside the envelope. The man now raised alarm to us inside our group. We can look at what is going on now, that we should start coming around there. So the whole thing, I was like, are they using us or are they playing game with us? With someone sweat. Like someone like me, this is my first investment. I can't, I'm disappointed seeing myself, seeing my efforts being wasted just like that. So that is the reason why we are here, pleading on the governor. Should please. We are crying, we are on our knees. We are begging to help us to fulfill his promise to us before the demolition took place. This is a year and now. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Marvin, you sent me a number of letters, about 8 of them, and some addressed to Honorable Commissioner for Works. I've seen this one is dated May 2025. This other one, 28 May 2025. That's to the Secretary to the State Government. There's another letter. Okay, this one is to a reply to Father A.G.K. Mbaka.
June 13th.
Okay, June 13, 2025, 19 February to the Executive Governor. We have this one in June 2024 to the Executive Governor. And there's another letter to the Honorable Commissioner for Housing in 2025. You're saying that all of these letters, none of them got any responses from the government side.
No response.
No response.
No response yet.
To the letters
And
that
no
were
response,
written,
no response
and
yet.
no other communication
No communication.
with regards to compensation. But somebody showed you the site of relocation.
Yes.
Was it a government official?
The government official showed us that should be the commissioner for works there. Okay.
Was it marked according to the numbers that were given to the landlords?
No, beacons.
Yeah.
Beacon. They just plotted the beacons there with numbers. So I believe maybe due to the numbers written on the beacons, they know how to do it. You know, they know how to work on it. So that when you get your X number, you know, and check where the numbers of the beacons, you can locate them and the rest of it. You know. So this is a very passionate appeal. We are begging. We are begging the governor to please help us. Come to our aid. You know, tomorrow is here. We have not benefited from tomorrow is here. We are begging His Excellency to please have mercy, have pity on us. We are suffering. Let us participate to enjoy the tomorrow is here. You know, this is a very pitiable situation. That people are suffering and dying. Imagine the number. Some of them out of school, some of them have died, some of them are suffering from depression and the stroke. They did nothing to the government, they did nothing to the governor. And just punishing them unnecessarily.
All right.
So we are begging the governor to please have mercy. Even the SAG, we are begging him to have mercy on us. Maybe he's angry of more or something or whatsoever. Even the present commissioner for housing, we're equally appealing to him to have mercy. Let them come together and look into this our problem and give us urgent attention by relocating us and compensating us. Things have fallen apart in our lives. Our family scattered, so many things. Just returning back to square one. Imagine yourself when maybe one of your sons graduated from university and he had a job, he's doing well, he bought a land and built a house. Are you not going to be happy for that your child? And tomorrow that child will come and tell you, Daddy, my house was destroyed by the present government. How would you feel as a parent looking at your child? Me, myself, talking here, I'm an orphan. I have no father, I have no mother. I've been struggling, clean hands. I borrowed money from bank to do all those things. No house. Bank had to mortgage my salary to make sure I pay everything because they don't see any house again. No structure. I have a structure there, a building. I was living there with my family for almost 6 to 7 years. I have empty lands, the ones I fenced. I have the other ones, the empty ones, that is empty. And we're talking about structures. What of those that have empty lands? What of those that came back from US, London, Germany, Japan, and came back and bought lands? They want to establish either factory or build a home base or other things to bring their acquired knowledge outside the country to bring it down here. They bought empty land. Some bought 5, some bought 6, some bought 7, some bought 8.
Right.
Everything gone.
All right, let's go for our news break. We'll return and continue the conversation. All right. Welcome back to the Urban Parliament on Urban Radio 94.5 FM. Today, we are sitting with representatives of landlords of Nchatancha community, where the new Enugu City has affected these landlords. The government of the day is constructing a new Enugu Smart City on Nchatancha area. It's a city that the state government envisions would be a befitting city for the state, drawing in all of the infrastructure that you can see in any modern city in the world. And a couple of landlords were affected by the demolitions that had to happen for that city construction to begin. About 281 landlords. Here we have representatives, 2 of them with us in the house.
Mr. Marvin Obinna and Mr. Chika, representatives of the displaced landlords at Nchatancha, Enugu East local government area.
All right, so the state government had said at the beginning of the construction of this project that, the government is approaching the mega project with a human face. and will ensure compensation and proper relocation done before any of the demolitions happen. This is quoting directly what the state government did publish at the time, but the landlords are saying that more than 1 year down the line after the demolitions, there are no compensations paid and no relocations done. What are your thoughts? You can join us in this conversation this morning.
0916 000 5945 or 0916 000 4945. Sending your WhatsApp messages to 09128 945 945. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
Yagazie, ọ na-agbawa obi akụkọ nwanne abụọ na-akọ Chika. Mana ọ ga-achọkwa mbiko mbọ niile unu na-agba n'akwa ibu ogbenye na-ebe ọban redio ka ndị agha na-ekwu okwu ajekana na steshọn ka anyị chukwa ha ka anyị nụkwa akụkọ nke ha nwa. Yagazie elekere ka a na-achụ anyị na mba ụwa niile nwanne abụọ nọ na steshọn a kịta bụ ike ọ bụrụ na ụmụ ha ji ugwu Awụsa ọchị obodo oyibo gbanata ka a natazi ebe nna ha Yagazie ebe nna ha nwa ha anọghị mba nwa ha si nata ha anọghị. Yagazie Chika ndị ọbụla nwa m nọ ịkwa anyị na-ebe na ndị na-achị anyị ọ na-anụkwu ya. Yagazie mana ya nọ m na fọkọnachi nwere na-atụrụ ụda azetime na fọkọnachi aka nke last month ọtụtụ ndụ na anyị isi ka m na-eti mkpu all the careless drivers na-ahapụ n'ọwara ha na-agba n'ọwara ọzọ wee na-ebusite ndị mmadụ. Yagazie mana taata na enwere ụzọ ka m ofu onye bịara gbawara echi mana ọ bụrụ na enweghị incident immediately you will see all of them. I might see another there. You can't mind on the night guy. Come on, I have one number. On our born nine take home. It's so man, you see, very very. I give them back to gather Yagazie. You can't mind you. Because all over your but whoever is concerned in any ever. They can matter what the cabin is talking about.
And I pity black man. See what people are doing to fellow countrymen, statesmen, you know. And another painful aspect of the whole matter is that the place demolished is still lying like that. They just scattered everywhere and left it like that. It's painful. It's painful. I join others to plead to the government in power to please save Nigerians from sudden death, from this hell of problems. The people who are living in other people's houses are in trouble. We have problems, challenges everywhere, and the people who manage to build their own houses are thrown out of their houses just like that. May God help us.
Possibility of those who know that these lands had already been allocated in the previous administration, selling off to some of the landlords that are now affected by this. Some people raise that issue. What are your thoughts on it, Mr. Obinna? Some people say some landlords bought from, racketeers who sold the land that the government had already acquired from the community.
No. During the time of Sullivan Chime came for that place, and they gave Sullivan Chime his own section, his own space, based on the number of square meters he needed then. So the place that was sold to us was Omunna allocation, as in the village. He has what we call Omunna, Ane Omunna. So Ane Omunna is from that water to that Onuruberu. You get it in now. That is the one that is remaining for the village, and the village sold some portion of it to us.
The
Nchatancha, and left some for their children.
When the Nchatancha people protested, they said that what the state government acquired was 245 hectares. Right, that's what they said. 245 hectares. Although we know that the whole expanse of the thing is 10,000 hectares, and it affects not just Nchatancha, it affects some parts of Enugu East, Enugu West, and Enugu North.
So
and the part that is being developed now is about 1,000 hectares. That's what we are told. And the Nchatancha people that were protesting were saying that what they knew about was 245 hectares, but now that the state government
have encroached and took over everything. So the court that called in say the place has been allocated this and that. he should come and verify and do proper investigation.
So the main thing now is to set up, to have some sort of audience from the state government or the committee that was appointed to take care of these compensations.
Yes. What I'm appealing for is for the SSG and the governor to do the needful urgently. You understand? The site of our relocation place is there. If they don't have money in the government house right now to give us, at least they will allocate the lands to us. You understand me? So that if you have anything, or if you can still have any lifeline to borrow from the bank, at least you can start from somewhere. You understand me? Then just abandon us to the air. Nobody, no response, nothing is coming up from them. You know, it's a pitiable condition right now. You understand me? So I'm appealing to the SAG, Professor Chidebere, to please do the needful. Come to our aid. Come to our aid. You have every information, you have every documentation, you have everything. We, the non-engines, we never did anything. We just kept to your promise of the excellency that we should wait and receive our compensation. This is now a year and 7 months. Nothing has been done. Some of us are late now. Some of us are suffering from partial stroke and depression. You understand? Some of us, even bank are pushing all of us. You understand me now? So this is a very painful situation. You understand? So we are calling His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Ndubisi, for his urgent intervention. And equally the SSG for his urgent intervention. He has the whole details, the whole pictures, the whole documentation. Everything is there with him. They should please do the needful. Do the needful urgently, please. No compensation. Please. Enugu is here. We want to be a beneficiary of Enugu is here. That is what we are playing.
All right. My good friend, Obin, right.
Yeah, my brother have said it all. Well, there is Igbo adage that says, so we are pleading to our Enugu governor, Governor Peter Mba. You are a good man. You are a good man. Can they not arrange you, arrange that spoil by your government? Because before this demolition took place, there was a map that was sent to us, and that map was the location. All government sent there before the demolition took place. This demolition, I have the paper here. The demolition started. They gave us the notice on 26. So I have the paper here.
The notice is here.
The notice is here. Okay. On 26 February 2024. Then the demolition started early in the morning, 27th February 2024. Because of the presidency that government
cannot do such a thing by giving notice and just immediately.
So how much can you put this thing?
Everything is there. We have the documents.
On 27 demolition took place. Even some could not even remove their property because of the sudden demolition. Yes, some could not even remove their property from their houses. Understand? So we are begging, please.
We'll do our bit to see if we can get, people from the government, maybe the SSG, if he gives us that audience, to come here and talk to us about why the compensations have not started in the first place, and the real allocation of new lands to those of you who say you have submitted all your documents to the committee that is supposed to go through this, relocation and compensation. But yeah, it's good to hear your side of the story. Thank you for coming around.
Thank you, Mr. Marvin Obinna and Mr. Chika. They are representatives of the displaced landlords at Nchatancha Enugu East local government area. Thank you very much for coming. And we hope that the government respond to your appeal this morning. Thank you so much, dear parliamentarians. It's a wrap for today. See you all tomorrow 9 a.m. Keep it as locked to 94.5 Urban Radio. I am Chioma Onwa Sombas.
I am Yagazie, Obinwanne and Ozoalor. Good morning.
Good morning.